Hey YouTube, it's me, Nick the Cuber here, and I asked you guys on Facebook, or no, not Facebook, Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave well, it's just Nick_the_Cuber. And that's my Instagram name, so if you want to follow me on Instagram to keep up with what's going on, you can. But I asked you guys on Instagram what you want me to do for my next video, and one of my friends who just started cubing somewhat recently ordered a Pyraminx and said he wants me to do a video on how I solve a Pyraminx, because it's a little weird, but I am sub 10 on Pyraminx, so he asked me if I would do a quick little video on how I solve Pyraminx. So I'm just going to do a scramble. Let me just get up a scramble here. Okay, so first thing I do is I look for what side is going to be the easiest to solve with the edges. The first thing that I always do is I line up all these vertices. So you see how like these three green ones are right here. So the ones that are connected to these tips right here. These three green ones, I can see I can move the red ones like that to line those up. Same with the blue and same with the yellow. So I usually start with red, but in this case I would start with green just because it's a less amount of moves. And I really only use a couple different things that solve it. So first off, right here, since all the green is already solved and the tips that are scrambled are on the green, I would solve the green tips first like that. So that's pretty intuitive. And then so is this first layer. It's very intuitive. So this piece needs to go here. So there's two different ways you can insert it. You can move it out of the way, bring this up, in and down. Another way you can do that is how I usually do it with a sledgehammer, which is you move the piece into its place, you bring the other side down, you bring it back up, and then you bring the other side back up, and it does that. So this is the left-hand sledgehammer, so it's L, R prime, L prime, R, like that. And you just go around the cube doing that. So this one needs to go here, so like that. And this one, now I'm doing right-hand versions because right hand is faster. So all that stuff is pretty intuitive. The main thing I want to talk about on this video, though, is the last layer stuff. This is one of the last layer cases where you have two edges that need to be flipped. This is called V first intuitive, where you do this V first, and then you just have this last little section. So these two edges are very easy to flip. You just do R, U prime, R prime, U, right hand sledgehammer. And I'll leave all these algs in the description. So that's the first case. The second case is, well, there's two of these. There's this one where you have these two need to go here, these two need to go here, and these two need to go here. And so what you have to do is you have to move them away from where they have to go. So these blue needs to go here, so I'm going to move it away with the left-hand version because it needs to go to the right, so I'm going to move it to the left. So you do L prime, U, L, U, L prime, U, L, and it solves it. And then the other version is the inverse of that. It's the right-hand version where these need to go to the left, so you're going to move them to the right, and you're going to go R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. And so those are pretty simple. And then the last case is kind of a doozy. This one's kind of weird. There's two of these also. There's the one where you have to, it's like a 3-cycle. So what you do is you just have to rotate, and you solve the green side. You see which edge you can put in and solve in a solved position. So this green and red one, I can insert like here. So I insert that, rotate back to where my first color was on bottom, and I insert that piece again. So like that. And then there's the other. There's its inverse, which is the right-hand one, where this one needs to go here now. So like that. So right-hand sledgehammer, rotate, do a U prime, right-hand sledgehammer, like that. So I mean, how I solve is very simple. I'll do a couple examples just so you can see how fast this method can really be. So let's do some examples. Okay, so here we go. .59. .93. 10.46. 9.04. 7.47. I'll just do like an average of 12 or something like that. .1. 6.60. 8.44. I'm also doing this so you can kind of see how I finger trick them, because finger tricking these algs efficiently is definitely very important. I was lucky and it didn't stop. 11.18. I do recommend being able to be color neutral in Pyraminx. It's very helpful, especially because if you're not, you can miss out on a lot of easy cases. Like that one. 4.18. That was just a really easy, lucky case that I got. But if you're not, like if you recognize that there's not really a good side, then do just pick a default side and just go and improvise from that. That's exactly what I do. So. .18. My default side is red, but that's just because that's what I started. Yours could be whatever color you want. So that right there was not good. What I did is I used a left-hand one when I could have, like, I did a U prime and then left hand and then U and right hand and then another left hand. I mean, what I could have done is I could have done a right hand sledgehammer and saved myself a bunch of moves, and then just done a U and then done a right hand sledgehammer again. But I wasn't looking ahead that far, and so that's something that you should probably really work on as well, is being able to look ahead through a Pyraminx solve. This was a 8.84 average of 12 with the best average of 5 of 8.87. That's okay for me. I haven't really been practicing Pyraminx as much as I probably should be. I've really been working on 4x4. I usually average more around a low 7 to high 6. But that's just because I haven't been practicing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If I didn't clarify something correctly, please let me know. If you need more understanding of a specific thing, just let me know. I'm going to leave all the algs I use in the description, but I do recommend that you learn how to recognize them yourself. The finger tricks that I recommend are the ones that I was using throughout my solves. They're really fast. If you do like that one like that, and do that one like that, and then that, and if you just finger trick it like I do, it's very efficient. So if you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you guys on my next video.